Hello guys, this is Zuma and welcome to the first episode in this Ghost Tips and Tricks series. And in this video what we're going to be focusing on is what is the best starting loadout to use in Call of Duty Ghosts. Now there is a new squad point system in this game. It's kind of like currency, similar to Black Ops with the COD points. You use them to buy perks, weapons and attachments. So it's important than ever to know what's good beforehand before you actually spend any points. Because what you don't want to happen is to make a class that you thought was great and then you've put all your points into it and then to realise that it wasn't. So knowing what's the best weapons, perks and attachments to get from the get-go is going to save you so much time and effort. So I'm hoping that this video will be able to sift through all that and make sure that you get the best possible start in multiplayer. So right, in order to do that, we need to go to the start. So right, let's go to the Create a Soldier class menu. Now, as you may know already, you don't actually prestige up to levels in Ghost, you actually prestige squad members instead. And within that squad member is where you create the class. Now, you have 5 classes to choose from and they come with different weapons and perks. Now, this is quite an important decision because you only get to do this once per squad member. And some tips that I can give you when picking this is don't go for the weapon, go for the perks. Because to unlock a weapon, it's around 6 squad points, but the perks are around 6 to 9 squad points each. So it's best to get your perks set in order and then chase the weapon than the other way around. Now, over the past few days that I've played this game, the one that I think is by far the best is the Covert Ops. The starting perks are amazing and suited in order to keep you alive and give you the best starting chance in Ghosts. So right, let's delve into this class. Because we can change a few things, although we don't have no squad points yet, we can make a few changes in order to make this class even better than it already is. So right, onto our weapon. So as you can see in the Covert Ops, we have the Honey Badger. Now this is a fully automatic assault rifle with a built-in silencer. Now in Call of Duty Ghosts with the large maps, assault rifles are the way to go. And being stealth and flanking the enemy is a really good tactic as well. And the Honey Badger helps us do both of these things. So moving on to our secondary, I think you get a secondary weapon with all the starting loadouts. I think it changes which weapon it is every time. In this one we've got the P226 pistol, and it's not a bad pistol, but one thing that we need to do straight away is remove the silencer. Because we've already got the Honey Badger that already has the silencer on it, then we don't really need another one. When we switch to our secondary, we want it to be really good up close and we want to bring them down, and having the silencer on there is going to reduce our damage at range and we don't want that, so I just find it's better removing the silencer. And next for our lethal, the frag grenade. Now I don't really like these, so I remove them because the frag grenade takes a long time to cook and I don't really find them that effective on these larger maps. And look at that for stats. I've used it 116 times and I've hit 20 people with it but only managed to kill 2. So that stat in itself is enough to get rid of the lethal. And in doing that we've just created a slot so we can have another perk in there. But before we just go into that perk, I will just mention the tacticals really quick. And I have got the Concussion Grenade and it's a lot more effective than the frag grenade, I think. The blast radius is decent. You do throw them a little slower than usual, I think, but it's always nice pre-stun in a corner before you go into a room just to give you a heads up if someone's going to be in there. But right, now we're on to the good stuff, so the perks. Now in this Covert Ops starting loadout you do actually have 5 perks available to you. So with removing that lethal frag grenade we can now have a look, and the perk that we're going to have is Ready Up. Now this allows you to have your weapon ready faster after sprinting, and this is quite useful because on these large maps you do cover a lot of ground, so you're rushing around a lot, so having something that you can fire faster after sprinting might just tip that gunfight in your favour. Now the reason why the Covert Ops is the best class to use at the start is because of the bottom 2 perks, the off the grid and sit rep. Now always when a new Call of Duty comes out everybody spams the UAVs, and in this game it's called the SATCOMs, and they are going to be spammed to death. And for a new game that's just coming out, when you're trying to get used to everything, the last thing that you want is just getting the shot in the back over and over. So off the grid is going to allow you the freedom to move around the map so you can explore and stay alive a little bit longer. Now the next one's sit rep. Now all these SATCOMs that are going to be placed around, because they are placed around now, they're not like UAVs where they can go in the air, so they actually have to place them on the ground. So sit rep is going to highlight them on the radar and then you're going to be able to take them out, get the extra points, and it also counts as a point towards your next streak as well. And the other 2 perks, Takedown and Dead Silence, they're just like the icing on the cake with this class. Being able to move around silent and then when you kill an enemy to not have that skull popping up is just another nice addition to this class. And that's why I think this Covert Ops one is the best, because this starting class, it sort of just feels more complete than the rest. It doesn't feel so random. But now we're going on to the last and final part of this class, which is the strike package. Now by default it is assault, but what you want to do is put it on support. And the ones that you have unlocked is the SATCOM, the ammo crate and the oracle. Now what you want to do straight away is just remove the oracle, because it's 14 kills that you have to get and it's not really worth it. All it does, it puts like an outline around the enemy so you can see them through walls, and it sounds great but that outline flickers in and out and it doesn't really last that long, so I don't think it's really warranted the 14 kills. Those 8 kills that it takes to get to the oracle, I'd much rather rather have another SATCOM and get an ammo crate, and then I'm 2 kills away from my next SATCOM, so that's why I've removed that, and I just think it's much better rotation. But now one thing we haven't talked about is the ammo crates. Now these things are amazing. I don't know how many you can actually put down. I've already got one down and this is my second one, but as soon as you put it down it gives you a scavenger pack containing 30 bullets that goes to both your primary and your secondary weapons. And what the best thing is, it does this for all your teammates as well. But another thing that it does is it actually gives you a randomized weapon, and as you saw at the start it gave me an AK-12 with a holographic sight, and now it's given me a VKS with a suppressor. I don't know, it does give you some very strange and random weapons, but sometimes it gives you weapons that without any attachments, so that's actually a good way to try out some weapons for free as well without spending any squad points. So ammo crates are very useful in the support class, and combined with a SATCOM for the 4-6 combination should work really well for you, and as it's only 6 kills for a full rotation, you should be getting quite a few of them. So there you are guys, that is what is the best starting loadout, and we've got all this without spending a single squad point, which is quite lucky because everything in this class just seemed to work together, and it was definitely the best class that I was using when I was starting out. And all that's left now is the game mode, and what you should be playing is regular TDM. It's the game mode that a lot of people who are new to the game, they play it, so it might be a game mode that'll be worth trying out first just until you get used to everything. So that's it guys, I hope this video helps you get the best start possible in Call of Duty Ghosts, and if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave it a like rating to support this series, that would be amazing. And the next Ghost Tips and Tricks video is going to be how to rank up fast, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that. So that's it guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.